Good morning, Tri-State. Let's take a look at some of the stories that are trending on our website right now at WCPO.com. It's March Madness. Dan Monk, the reporter from the website, joining us now, and I love it. Dribble-down economics. You take a different look, a business perspective from the standpoint of the NCAA tournament and the local coaches that are in this tournament and their contracts.
Yeah, as we learned by co-reporting this story, it's all about leverage. That's what the local sports agent Richard Katz said, and it really proved out in how you look at these contracts. I was particularly surprised by all the changes that Mick Cronin got in his UC contract between 2006 when he first arrived and the present, and you compare that to the 7 straight NCAA tournament appearances that he's now made or is about to make. He has capitalized on that success.
And it's not just dollars, is it? It's security and perks.
Right. Cronin's contract particularly, it became much harder for UC to fire him. When he first went in there, there was a clause, and Katz told us, you know, this is the most important contract provision, the termination clause. And he has a clause now that requires UC to follow several steps before they can even notify the NCAA of a violation. It's a due process clause. And when he started, he had an unlimited number of reasons that could get him fired. It was a very wide open clause that he ended up changing, I think, in 2013.
Bottom line, though, with Xavier and UC, they're two of the higher paid coaches in the country.
Yeah,
Mick Cronin and Chris Mack we're talking about.
If you look at the USA Today database, Mick Cronin ranks 19th on that list. I don't think Mack is on the list, but he made $1.4 million in the most recent year for which Xavier released tax returns.
The other part of the story that was fascinating to me from the standpoint is that Cincinnati is really a snapshot of the college basketball landscape, especially with NKU making the tournament. They're an upstart program, new to Division I. Their young coach making just under $200,000. He got a ton of bonuses now for them going to the tournament, but also he might become a hot commodity. He might be the coach that's getting the most leverage out of this tournament so far.
When you look at them as a group, you can really see how this leverage works, how success leads to contract terms that are friendly to a coach. And then on the top end, you've got John Calipari, $54 million over 7 years. That was his most recent contract, which was announced in 2014. And that is enough money to cover the NKU athletic budget for like 4.5 years.
11.2 miles or something like separates 3 universities from going to the tournament. And it was interesting to be in Oxford, as I was earlier this week, talking to Miami. They're trying to get back to there. One thing I want to point out on the article right now, you go through all of the salaries and the perks right now on WCPO.com. Great job. Good work. An interesting take on the different side of March Madness.